Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Voices from the Mausoleum. We are back with another episode of Monday Morning Musings with my co-host JR from Horror Fiend TV. And today we are going to be talking about our least favorite horror TV series. Last week we did our favorites. Now we're going to bitch about ones that we don't like. So this one was not as hard for me to narrow down because I actually like a lot of horror series. This was super simple for me. And so my answer for my least favorite horror TV series is The Walking Dead. And I lose all my followers. So here's why. So I started watching The Walking Dead when it first came out. When the first season came out, it had only been out for I don't know, like a week or something when I found it. And I binge watched all 6 episodes the first day that I found it. I was a lot younger. I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. So I watched all of it in one day and I was like smitten with it. Like I absolutely loved it. I was like, I love the human elements. I love these characters. Like I was so invested. It had this great balance of zombie stuff to humans to like all this inner like drama stuff. Like it was so good. And I was so into the characters. And then we got into like I think it's season 3, maybe after the prison, when they leave the prison. I'm trying so hard to hold on to the love that I have for this. Cause I really love zombies too. So I was like, I really need this show to like get better. Cause it dropped off for a while after the first season. And we got to that one episode after they leave the prison where they all kind of get separated for a little bit. And it's just Carl and Rick on their own. And they're in this like house and Rick, I think, is injured. And it's like the whole episode is Carl like walking around by himself and he ends up in this house. And like half the episode is him sitting on the roof of this house with this giant metal can of pudding. And he's just like eating it. And it's like meant to be this like, I don't know, huge moment. I don't know. But like I got to the end of that episode and I was like, I'm never watching this show again. Like, it lost me. Like it was like no zombies, the same beat up story over and over again, characters I did not give a shit about. And I just thought it was so stupid. It just got dumb and I just couldn't. And then what was really interesting for me was I went back to try to watch it like much later on, especially when I found out some of the characters I hated died or were going to die. And I was like super pumped. Beth was one of them. And so I was like, okay, I'll give it another shot. And I ended up fast forwarding most of the episode. And what really frustrated me was I got to the end of the episode that I fast forwarded and like in a conversation between characters, they recapped the whole episode. And I was like, oh, I don't like that. So I gave up on The Walking Dead and I've not gone back to it. That was back when the last little bit that I saw was when they had the cannibals, the Tenebis or something. I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, so that's my least favorite horror series.
I was gonna say, Rick, I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. I didn't. That's all.
That's on me.
Yeah. I'll be honest. When it came to The Walking Dead,
yeah,
I have a big thing, and everybody who knows me knows that I have a habit of. If I watch something for the first 5 minutes, if I'm not hooked,
yeah,
somewhere else. It's just a habit I have. I probably watched the first 10 minutes of the first episode. I'm like, yeah, the same for me.
Season 1?
I did not watch the whole thing. I can't find myself to invest in something that right off the bat I just have no connection with. And don't get me wrong, it's not I don't like zombies. Is for me, I have to watch something zombie wise that's just more than just the zombies.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of which is a debate we've had plenty of times. I'm not a big fan of like slow zombies. I like if you're gonna come at me freaking running. If you want to kill me, earn it. I'm not big. I went back and I tried to watch one episode, and I was starting to realize, wow, these people are actually dumber than I thought they'd be. I mean, I'm not saying I'll know what to do in the zombie apocalypse, but it was an episode with they go into this town. I don't know what's the name of it. I think it was a community or something. But then they go, oh, it's so quiet here. And they go find the zombies, and the zombies are in this big ditch with a couple semi trucks blocking their path. I'm sitting there the whole time, blow up the freaking trucks, make a
Yeah.
bigger crater that way they can't walk out. And no, that doesn't happen. Eventually, I'm like, I can't watch this. I can't. I tried. Granted, I skipped a bunch of seasons to get to that point, but I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, Kate. Which kind of goes
Yeah,
to the one
there were a lot of moments. There's like that. There's a part where they're in the prison after this show's been out for a really long time. So if this is a spoiler at this point, I'm not really sure. You must not be a fan already if you don't know this part. But this is like season 2, I think, when Lori dies, and like there's this like whole episode where like Rick gets on the phone keeps ringing and he answers and he thinks he's talking to the survivor, and I'm like, this is the dumbest. Like, how many times is he almost going to lose it and then come back and almost going to lose it and then he comes back, and I'm like, I don't care about that character like at all.
no.
I hated it.
Man, I just couldn't. Then I know you had the wife who basically she went from one to another to another to another to another. Was it
Yeah,
Rick?
Lori.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, this is, kill her off too while you're at it. Because she's
I
playing.
wanted Carl to be gone when, like, I think it's season 2. I really don't remember the seasons, but whenever it was that he got shot when they saw a deer in the woods, I was like, oh, thank God. And then he made it, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I was so pissed. His character became more and more annoying the longer he was on it, and I was like, I hate this kid so much. And he was like the cause of so much trouble. Like, so many bad things that happened was because of him.
I guess
His
we'll
least
stick to
favorite.
this whole zombie thing, huh?
Zombies are easy to complain about, I think. But anyway.
Well, here you have fast ones, but I'll be honest, here's another one that I think I lasted 3 episodes before I was like, you know what? All these people need to just get killed off. And it was Netflix's Black Summer.
Yeah.
And I understood what they were doing with one chaotic moment stops, connects to another chaotic moment. So they were building these like bridges for all these characters eventually to meet down the road. But I was so torn with this movie because like I do want to give zombie movies a chance, and I'm not like the biggest zombie person. I'm like from all the subgenres, it's probably like my fourth or fifth. Found footage being one,
Mhm.
but for me, it's like when I see something zombie, I want something different. I mean, yeah, you went the whole chaos route, a la the remake of Dawn of the Dead, the opening sequence, because that's what the whole first episode
Oh,
reminded me of.
right. Yes. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah. Yeah.
All this chaos happening around them while you're trying to connect these stories, and you're seeing people basically at their best, at their worst, whether you're helping somebody, where you're just basically leaving that person to die. It just, I mean, I know we talked about earlier. You said there was a connection between this and Z Nation,
Mhm.
but for me, it's just I wish they would have did something different, and this would have been a perfect movie with the whole chaos. To hey, let's go this found footage route, since it's like the early days of this apocalypse. And I mean, I love Jamie King. Jamie King is
She's
another
awesome.
actress who's she's just so good. But
When I tweeted about starting to watch season 2, she liked it.
really nice.
I was so pumped. Twitter makes you feel like a celebrity sometimes. You're like, oh
Yeah,
my God. Like, it was, yeah, she's super cool. Yeah.
yeah. Don't show her this one then, because she's gonna hate me for it then. Yeah,
You said it, not me.
I couldn't get into it. I tried, and I actually went back and was like, all right, let me watch the next episode. And
Yeah.
it's bad when you're watching a movie doing this.
You
It's
end
just,
up on your phone.
oh
Yeah,
god,
that's bad.
I was like, all right, let me see what else I could watch.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like the zombie things and stuff because like right now we had a conversation earlier. It's like right now the Asian market is booming with zombies, and theirs is just
Better.
you have the slow zombies on this side, and you have the fast, crazy transformation on the other side right now. Like I'm a little bit more invested in the the All of Us Are Dead, freaking the Sadness, which they're not zombies, but
Train to
I,
Busan, a little bit older
yeah,
at
Train
this
to
point, but
Busan. I mean, I didn't like the sequel,
I didn't
Peninsula.
like
That thing
Peninsula either.
sucked.
Yeah.
But Kingdom on Netflix, another good zombie flick. Who very good transformation. But yeah, I mean, I had a tough time with Black Summer. I mean, I know you liked it, but
Well, I liked the first season a lot. My only complaint about the first season was the title cards. They were too frequent, they were jarring. They interrupted my like flow of being invested in the storylines. Like I think I get why, because in the same breath that I'm saying that, if there is something I'm watching and it jumps from character point of view like multiple times, I definitely will forget sometimes, like, who are we watching again? But
yeah,
only for a little bit. And then after you've watched like an episode or two, you like get used to the flow and you get used to who all these characters are. But I hated that about the first one, because they were literally like every 2 or 3 minutes, title card, title card, title card. I
yeah,
hated that shit. That was the only thing I didn't like about the first one. I liked it had all of the things that I look for in zombie movies or shows or whatever, because it has all of these human elements. It gave us time to get to know these characters separately before throwing us in the group. But then when I started watching season 2, which I never finished, it was kind of like I like we lost a lot of time. It skipped forward, and then
I
that
hate
was
that you
like
know that.
really hard for me to keep up with, because one of the characters I was like the most looking forward to the most is the one that Jamie's character is with. He's in a military suit, but I
That's Spears.
yes, Spears. He but I don't, maybe they explain later in season 2 what happened to him, but like when I got to the second one, I'm like, okay, cool, it's winter. I'm like, all right, we've got these people, and I'm like, wait, why are we not together? Why are we missing people? What happens?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I don't know, like that really bothered me. And then it's like the story, I don't know, just something about it just didn't grab me like the first one. I really liked the first one. Yeah, I liked the first season, but I didn't like the second season. The second season lost me, and like I said, I ended up not finishing it.
Zombies are tough. I mean, they do have a massive following. I'm not going to take anything away from the followers. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ricky Grimes is probably the biggest Walking Dead fan I know, and how many times he's got me like, you never watched it, but I just, yeah, zombies are just not my cup of tea, unless it's a movie or like All of Us Are Dead, where it was actually pretty cool. And the fact that the thing about zombies too is when you find the origin, sometimes you don't want to know what's the origin of
Yeah.
the infection, and then when you find out, like for example, I think in Walking Dead, everybody has it, and it's just
Which was what the guy at the CDC whispered to him. That
yeah,
was such a letdown.
yeah. And then the fact that in All of Us Are Dead, it was a dad who created the virus in order to make his kid not being bullied anymore, which was a
Good.
great basically take on the creation of a zombie virus. I mean, stuff like that I like when it's something like off the wall, like Train to Busan, never explain what happened. The fact that in the opening sequence, there's something going
Mm.
on and the deer gets hit and gets back up. And so that was a good sequence. I mean, yeah, I mean, zombies are either you love them or you hate them, but they have a good following. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, the two shows we mentioned, for
Well,
me,
and it's hard to do anything new with zombies because they've been around for so long. Like, and I don't know. And I think like one of the biggest mistakes The Walking Dead made was it started to focus too much on the people, and it's like they veer very far away from the source material for one, and then it was like there was no effort to come up with ideas anymore. It was like, well, the show's successful, so we'll just keep doing it. Like, I
oh,
don't know.
why another one? This I Fear the Walking Dead while we're on top of it. Oh yeah, we might add another one. Oh, we're gonna have an offshoot. These guys. Yeah, I think after you get to that point, you're like, yeah, I think it's just time to just kill everybody off and let the zombies live in peace.
So those are our least favorite horror
Yes.
series.
Watch them if you want. I mean, let us know what you think, and if it's something where you want to prove us wrong, or a person who doesn't like, Walking Dead a lot, just leave a comment below. My defense, I only watched one episode, maybe two and a half, but that doesn't count. So yeah,
Way to throw me under the bus.
the Walking Dead fans are crazy, so
I know they are. Oh, I know. I watched like the steam come out of their ears when I say that. That it doesn't.
No, but
I did
hey,
a little.
this is our opinion, and let us know what you think. If you think we're wrong, then start an argument.
That's true. Well, and Rick comments on stuff all the time, so I'm sure
Hmm. Oh, he'll definitely.
I'll get that little notification on my phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's our least favorites. I don't think we've decided what we're doing next, so you'll have to come back and see because I don't think we've discussed it yet. But
I'm sure it'll be fun.
you have no idea how much I cut out of this episode. These rabbit holes of conversations. Yeah, it's just anyway. So yeah, so that's all I have for this Monday morning musings about least favorite horror TV shows. So yeah, let us know what your favorites and your least favorites are, and if there's like a random horror topic that you want to hear us talk about, let's do that too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Happy Monday. Enjoy the day.
Drink your coffee.
Drink coffee, lots of coffee. And yeah, have a good rest of your week. And we will see you guys next Monday.